the Gaza Board of Peace. From what I understand, Donald Trump, the U.S. president, is controlling this Board of Peace to initiate what is going to be the future of Gaza. And of course, he has invited Moroccan King to join the Gaza Board of Peace, as well as the Kremlin leader, Vladimir Putin, has also received confirmation of this invitation. However, I see a vast problem in this Gaza Board of Peace. It does not include characters from the Palestinian ethnicity. So once again, I would want to know how you felt about this issue, as this is taken on from CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, and all the major news articles and outlets out there. I want to understand from Norman Floyd Barnes' perspective.
Yes, greetings. Good morning from Washington. As you stated, this Board of Peace is appear to be a board of kings and high rulers. But this Board of Peace is designed to reconstruct Gaza, and it doesn't appear to be any of the players involved, Palestinians involved in this group, which is going to be a problem because the main objective is to stabilize the region and to establish a government. And it appears like it's right now a outside in type of situation. Basically, the outsiders, people will come in and I'll use the word colonize again, this area and dictate and tell the people who live in the area what to do and how they can do it. This will not succeed. The people are not going to stand for an outside ruler coming in and telling them how to manage their day-to-day life. It will cause problems, conflicts, and maybe more violence. So I think this Board of Peace is more of a land grab situation, opportunist situation where outsiders can come in and develop at their scale and not taking consideration from the people, the Palestinians who live in the area. So uh, again, this effort again to reconstruct and rebuild and move to the next level is going to have problems. It's not going to be very successful, and it's something that the people again has not been consulted about, not been involved with, and basically been told this is how it's going to be. So hold on.
The U.S. Administration has involved itself in a matter of a foreign land, in a matter of Israel and Palestine, in a matter in which we've seen a modern-day genocide. It has killed 80,000 people and it has injured over 500,000 people in this genocidal act. Of course, it began with the October 7th issue of Hamas attacking Israeli citizens, and ever since then, the destruction of Gaza has been the motive and the ultimate plan. I want to ask Norman Floyd Barnes, as an American citizen, do you really think the contributions of this Board of Peace, do you think it may backfire on the fact that it was making America great again, but how it is connecting to trying to fix a place like Gaza? How will that make America great again? This is, of course, a matter of debate, matter of argument. I want to learn more from Norman Floyd Barnes.
Yes, thank you for the question. Uh, from all outward appearances, this Board of Peace has been designed to control the area. Um, and let's remember, the main purpose of this conflict was to basically over the issue of a two-state uh, region. You know, will Palestine have its own country? Will Palestine have its own territory? And that has been somehow smoothed over. And with this Board of Peace of conquerors or people who want to control the area, and the Palestinians will not have a say, a right As I see it, this border peace will not allow the Palestinians to get back on their feet. There will not be many years, decades before we even have a voice. So I'm very skeptical of the content of it, the purpose of it, and it appears to be just another attempt to uh, control the people of Palestine and to bring this under one it still looks like an Israeli American type of situation. And Israel will want to have control, influence and impact on what goes on in the area. So once again, a defeat for the Palestinian people is what I see. They new some new buildings and a new environment and infrastructure, but their will and what they have to say about their lives day to day and quality of life is not going to be any better.
Of course, it is important to understand the Israeli position as well. We see a rift between Israeli policymakers. I want to say this because Benjamin Netanyahu has accused Bennett and Lapid of seeking coalition with the Muslim Brotherhood. Of course, I'm talking about leaders who are also the former prime ministers, Yair Lapid and Naftali Bennett. They, of course, are saying that the cat is out of the bag. Proof that Lapid and Bennett will form a government with the Muslim Brotherhood was tweeted by Benjamin Netanyahu, sharing an interview with the United Arab List leader Mansour Abbas. Of course, this is policy differences and indifferences, as there might be elections coming up in the coming days for Israel. But once again, even Israelis understand that this war has taken a very drastic role in the region. It has destabilized the region. It has made sure that nations like Iran would retaliate in the matter of the face of 80,000 deaths. So I want to have another question. Do you think there is rifts between the Israeli government? Then I'll come back into the studio. So I want to understand from Norman Floyd Barnes, what is the Israeli government thinking about this? What's the future of Israel's government in understanding the Muslim Brotherhood?
I, me personally, don't feel that the Israeli government is going to tolerate any involvement uh, with the Brotherhood. They are very fearful of their impact and influence on the region. And if they had their way, they would be totally eliminated. So it's something that is very, I mean, they even had issues about Turkey. They had concern about Turkey being represented on the board. So the violence has stopped. Underlying factors are still there, which will contribute to another conflict rising up from these ashes. So I don't think this is over. I don't think Israel is comfortable and is going to be happy with the outcome of anything that comes out of this border peace. And I think there will be more conflict that will continue. It may not be on the surface, but on the ground, back door, back stages, there will be additional problems and more, uh, hate to say, hostilities. Thank you.
Denmark has sent additional troops to Greenland amidst the United States President Donald Trump's threats to take control of the self-governing Danish territory. The chief of the Royal Danish Army, Peter Boysen, and a substantial contribution of soldiers landed in Western Greenland on Monday evening. Public broadcaster DR and other Danish media has reported this incident. Of course, this is a trying time for that region as the breakaway from NATO is now imminent because of this escalation towards Greenland. I want to first get Norman Floyd Barnes' interpretation regarding this latest update. More troops are joining into that island. 57,000 nationals of Greenland. How are they going to voice their concern? And of course, there are vast differences between the American way of doing things and, of course, the Greenland way of doing things. So I want to understand how you feel. Do you see that an annexation is very imminent? Norman Floyd Barnes.
Uh, Thank you for the question. Uh, my viewpoint is that Greenland is been identified by the Trump administration as a strategic location where the government wants to uh, acquire the land for purposes yet to be determined. They talk about the government is talking about the location as a separation from Russia and the control of the Arctic region, and basically to secure the Western Hemisphere dome of Golden Dome of security. But the people in Greenland has not been consulted. The people in Greenland do not want this or haven't even been approached about it. And the people of the United States and most of the Congress still trying to figure out how this is going to work. It doesn't appear to be a fit. It doesn't appear that it's going to help the United States. It's just another I call it toy, another object that the president wants to have. He has stated and he's continued to state he wants Greenland. He do not believe the Danish government or NATO can secure the area. Uh, I don't it doesn't matter how many Danish troops go over there, how many NATO, they can send all of Europe military over there. He still will not believe that the European Union, NATO, and particularly Denmark can provide the necessary protection that he's looking for. So, with that said, he is moving forward with the plan on the total annexation of the country. Uh, he has not once said anything about the feelings of the people. Uh, this basically appears to be what we call a land grab. He wants the land for his purposes, military, transactional purposes, and future profits. So we have to look at what's going on, and as we follow the path of the Trump administration, they usually find a way to basically get what they want. So this situation appears to be something that is very confusing to most people, but there's a plan. There's a plan for the this administration to get the land. So we have to wait and see how this thing plays out. But right now, yes, everybody's opposed to it, but there's one vote only. Remember, this administration has only one vote, and that's Donald Trump.
With a nation on certain issues like the Gaza Board of Peace. You have invited the Russian officials to be a part of this collective grouping. But on the very end, you also do not want Russian investment or Chinese investment in Greenland. It is hypocritical. If you meet eye to eye on one issue and not on the other, where is the national interest of the United States? I want to have this question with Norman Flood Burns. I'm sure that you will agree with me on this matter.
Yes, your comments is very pointed, and I have to agree. It's a grave contradiction. On one hand, you want to have your own area, and you want to leave this area to Russia. You want to leave the area to China, but you're doing right now. You're saying I want Greenland so I can defend myself against Russia and to stop China from moving on. But you are not contesting anything that they do. You're basically moving in a direction that shows that you have little regard for the people of Greenland and their wishes, their ways, but more so your transitional administration has a plan that you want to implement regardless of the people. It looks like as we talking about Greenland, I'll use Greenland example, uh, the people are what we call collateral damage. They basically we want the land and hell with the people. We don't need the people. We just want the property and the land, and the people will do what they need to do, or they have to go somewhere else. So I don't understand how this thing is going to work out. Yes, you can land grab, but you still have people still living in the area, unless you resort to the techniques of America, what they did with our Native Americans, Indians. So it appears that history is trying to repeat itself.